I'm going to pause here for a moment to tell you about a man, a friend, a colleague here at Wink News that we lost too soon. Since 2017, Doug Garrett served as a photographer in our bureau that serves the people of Collier County. He loved his job, the reporters he worked alongside, and he loved all of you.
Anchor Rachel Cox-Rosen spent her first 3 years at Wink working with Doug. She remembers her friend and his best friend.
Oh, give me that belly. I got a big old belly. I got a big old belly sometimes.
To call Doug Garrett a dog guy would be an understatement. From Nola, his whole world, to pretty much any dog he came across, Doug never met a dog he didn't like. He was the same with people, like this guy. Doug met him while shooting interviews on Fifth Avenue South. Moments later, they were tossing around a football.
Every single time I was sent down to do a story, immediately the interviewee would kind of bypass me and go straight up and shake Doug's hand. He'd often ask a person where they were from. He'd find a Midwest connection, name a sports team, and before you knew it, you hadn't even started the interview, and they're already looking at Doug and not focused on you.
Now you know why friends called Doug the mayor of Naples, a community he cared deeply about. Robin Wolf is an assignment editor here at Wink, was the one who sometimes had to wake him up early in the morning to go to breaking news.
He would call and he would say, hey, how's my shot look? How's everything? How's it sound?
Doug was always available, ready to put on his Wink polo, Wink hat, grab his gear, and go. He was there when Hurricane Irma and Ian slammed into Southwest Florida.
Doug, if you could take a look at that.
He was there last Friday night when Dunbar beat Naples on the last play of the game. Doug loved football, especially college football, and his LSU Tigers. Exactly, no one was surprised when he named his dog Nola.
There was 2 times where he made jokes at my expense being a Florida fan. He's like, I included a shot in there that I think you'd like, and I scrolled through it, and it's a kid of an LSU shirt on. And then there was another time when it was, I believe one of the schools was doing something similar to Florida State's tomahawk chop. And he made sure to put that in there to kind of rag on me a little bit.
It'd be like something silly like the Gator LSU game, who was going to win, or when your story was going to play. And it was always like, okay, you bet me a soda. And so every day me and him were just bringing each other sodas. We should have just bought like a 24-pack of sodas, because every day we were going to the gas station and just buying each other sodas. So he was just one of those people that made the day more fun.
Doug is very serious about making sure that we eat. And I remember one week, Doug, every single day, took me to a different spot around Collier County. He said, I'm sure your family's going to be coming and visiting you soon, so let me take you to where you can find the best burgers. And, I was telling him in the car, I was like, Doug, my dad likes steaks. Where can we go? And he took me to a place for steaks.
So I was cramming to try to get him out in time. He's like, don't worry, it's okay. I'm like, okay, you gathered everything. You can go. I'll stay here and I'll finish. He's like, I'd rather wait until you submitted everything and you're okay. Don't worry about me. And he just waited. He packed up all my things in my own bag and put them into my car while I was working and running around like a crazy person, just typing and submitting. And he was just like, don't worry, I got time. Don't worry, it's okay.
Every reporter who worked with Doug has their story. Doug sums it up well himself here with former Collier County reporter Jennifer Morahone.
A little video for the memories.
Oh, you'll miss me.
And I know I miss Doug so much. I worked with him for my first 3 years here almost every day. I saw him, he made my day better, and I know that everybody here misses him. All the reporters have told me so many stories about him that I didn't have time to include in that story. I wish I could have included everything. In fact, I want to share one thing that Doug told me that I thought of today. When I came into work, I was a little overwhelmed with this task, memorializing my friend. And I just thought about how I used to feel that same way when I first started here at Wink. And Doug would tell me, hey, Rachel, you know this story. Keep it simple. You know the story. You know the message. And I was like, I'm going to use that today. Doug would want me to be confident that I knew him and the story I wanted to tell about him. And I hope I did.
Yeah, such an easygoing guy. And everybody loved working with him, and he'll be missed.
Yeah, very much.
And thank you for doing that.
Thank you, guys.
We'll be right back.